Most golfers are told to rotate from the top of their swing. It's not a good move. Hi, I'm Brad Hawkins, founder of the Left Tilt Golf System. I've been a professional golfer for over 20 years, playing all over the USA, South Pacific and Asia. Okay, why is this move no good from the top? So you'll hear clearing the hips, you'll hear rotate hard from the top. Why this becomes a disaster is because if I don't let my pelvis accept pressure into the ground, okay, so ground force. If I don't let that happen and the pelvis can't get supported, well, I'm just going to stall flip, and that's why you can't get compression. The pelvis pitches out, the weight gets to the toes, and you just stall and flip. So what I want to feel is that from the top of the swing, there is no lateral movement. So as soon as you see this stuff, turn it off, because this is disastrous. What happens here is if I start to move laterally, my pelvis now runs out of space. I've got no room for my arms to get underneath me, and then I'll have to push up, stall the body, and flip it anyway. So you don't want to see this big lateral shift. What elite players do from the top is they find the ground. So from the top of the swing, this second pressure move it's a vertical sit. So I'm actually using my lead knee as a springboard, as a compressor. So it's sitting vertically in there, and you'll see that my pelvis lowers. So what happens here is, as that starts to feel pressure, so not in the knee, I don't want to get in the knee because it goes straight to the toe, and I haven't found the ground. Once I feel this vertical pressure, or this sit in here, my right side lowers. So what happens then is, the rib cage actually changes direction. It only lowers by 1 to 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters at the most. And what happens is it redirects. Now we're able to get that handle to win, because if you're pulling from the top or you try to clear and this happens, your thorax opens, your sternum, chest, it opens. So what happens then is you start to pull the club down, you run out of space, and then you have to flip it. So we're not into the ground enough. If we get into the ground where we get this vertical pressure down, and as I get vertical, there is a slight lateral movement. It's very, very slight. And what it does is it allows like a little bump. So it gets into the ground, I'm into the lead heel. I don't want to use the knee, and I don't want to just squat into it, because they'd be both false. So I want to feel that it's a vertical sit, and what happens is you'll see that my right ribs start to lower, my trail ribs. The rib cage now changed direction, so I'm actually rotating underneath anti-clockwise, and you can see that this knee is now supported. So the pelvis is supported by the ground, and the trail side can just smash it underneath. So if we don't get supported by the ground, then the chest can't get supported and the arms can't sit underneath the rotation. So I'm feeling like it's going straight down into the ground. There's a slight little bump into it. As that happens, it keeps the arms back here, and the chest, you'll notice now, is staying shut. All this stuff happens because of that lead pressure move. I don't need to get up to the top and you'll hear this, we need to stay closed. Well, that's a result. The clearing of the hips, again, that's a result. It's not a move. If you have to make any of these moves, you haven't had enough pressure and you haven't had the tilt. So if you don't pressure and tilt, your arms will respond to where that's going. So if I don't find the lead heel and I start to clear early and I get to the toes, well, your arms will respond to where the tilt's going, where the pressure's going, which is forwards this way. I need to get into the ground, let the pelvis get supported. It's like a sit move, and then the chest automatically closes for me. The handle starts winning, and I'm able to rotate underneath me while my pelvis is being supported by the ground. Don't try to clear your hips. Don't try to open fast from the top. Don't try to rotate from the top. Let the pelvis get supported by lead heel pressure. Then let the chest get supported by the rib cage tilting, and the arms will respond to both of that. Stay in left tilt.